My name is Prakash, and I'm the Executive Director and Group CEO for Siddharth and Trinity Group of Companies. We manufacture grease and lubricants. And when I say grease and lubricants, we really manufacture the high end of the grease and lubricants, and we supply to all the oil manufacturing companies and also to the OEMs and the major industries like steel, power, mining, construction. So we are into that business not as a supplier, but we really want to add value and we work as partners with the industries. I have a background working with Castrol for many years, and now it's an opportunity to really work with Siddharth Group of Companies to take it to the next level. This company is already a global company. We have our offices in India. Our plant is in Manesar in near Delhi. And we have an ultra-modern plant called Trinity, which is in Dubai. And I think we'll probably be the biggest grease manufacturer in the private label space. So before I come to what I'm going to display, let me give you a quick overview of what we do. And I will also touch upon what we are trying to focus in the Automechanika. So primarily, as I said, we are a private label manufacturer who supplies to almost all the oil companies, you name it, and we are there. Okay, any of the top brands. And as far as Automechanika is concerned, we are trying to focus on what are our strengths and what is it as a differential value we can add to this show, where customers or consumers who come there are able to pick up something which will add value to their own business. So to start with, we have our automotive engine oils and the complete range of automotive engine oils, whether it is for the PCMO or the commercial vehicles or for the two-wheeler, both the regular grades as well as the high-end synthetic grades as well. I wouldn't go to the details of each one of the product. Then we are going to display our lithium grease portfolio, which is what is that high-end lithium grease we are manufacturing and showing. Some of these greases we actually have brought in place is really of a very high nature, of whether it goes into the bearings or whether it goes into the steel plants and whether it goes into the EV. Some of these requires completely noiseless sort of a grease. So we're going to bring in some most modern sort of a greases which will be used into the latest industries. And we are also introducing a new non-lithium grease. As all of you know, the grease production is so much dependent upon lithium, and almost more than 50-60% of the market of grease is dominated by lithium. But we also see the price of lithium fluctuating. In fact, it's more fluctuating than the base oils as well. The global demand of lithium has increased thanks to all your EV vehicles, and also there was a crunch in the global market a few years ago. Siddharth Group was the first to introduce a non-lithium grease, and it's a patented technology. When just after COVID, when the entire lithium market froze, we were there on the annual offering the non-lithium grease. And some of the companies really made a killing taking it out. And this has been improvised, and we'll be showcasing it in the Automechanika. The reason why we show this is with the volatile sort of a pricing and availability of lithium, you never know when the whole thing is going to shape up again in a different way. So we said there's something which we need, which is stable, sustainable, and also environment friendly. So we have this product on display. And the other one on performance is the long life grease, where 100,000 kilometers, 300,000 kilometers, and even up to 500,000 kilometers, the grease will last. So this product also you will see in display. Amongst the many other products, we are focusing on the high temperature grease, which is the lithium complex or the calcium sulfonate greases, which is used in the heavy industries. Then we are also bringing in a new product variant into our own sphere, which is the VI Improver, which is the so we have got one of the latest equipments in our factory, which is the Silverson solubilizer from UK. And the factory or the facility what we have is something unique. We want people to understand and also visit us in UAE because it's like a mirror finish sort of a factory. You don't see any grease, you don't see any lubricant, you don't see people. It's highly automated. And I think this is the first automated grease facility plant in the Middle East. So I would welcome all our customers to come and have a look and see what we can offer with a plant of this sort of a category. We have the ABB drum decanter unit, we have the ABB batch blender, and also some of the latest Garlin homogenizer, and also the Patterson autoclave, which we bring in from Canada. We are expanding the capacity. I mentioned to you about the capacity a little while earlier. So both in India as well as in UAE, we will be having a complete suite of products supported by a world-class equipment. So that's where we are, and we want to really showcase that. So before I get into that, I just want to mention something. What is unique is the organization itself. The reason why I say is the whole company was established by our chairman called Sudhir Sachdeva. He's a very well-known person in the industry. In fact, for the last 2 years, he's been the NLGI chairman in India chapter. And he's the first Indian to get the Golden Grease Gun Award from NLGI USA. Now, this brings in, why does a person become so unique is the way in which he has built the company, made it into a global organization and professionalizing it so that the whole succession plan has started looking at how do we really develop new products? How do we develop new thoughts and ideas? And it's not like a family company going on a what do you call often trodden path, but it's actually taking a new diversion into the ways the global economy is looking for. What does the people look for? Innovation in products, innovation in the way in which we work, health and safety, environment standards, and of course, what you see externally is the packaging and offering given to the customer. So I think this is something the reason why I mention is every organization has somebody who's driving it from an innovative perspective. And I really want to, this is what attracted me to this company. So I thought I must mention that. And what he has kept in mind today is that how can we change the game by offering something which is a differentiator, not the run-of-the-mill greases or run-of-the-mill packaging. So we have now tied up with research centers. In fact, we have also tied up with the Delhi Technology Research Center. We are setting up a huge cost equipment at what do you call a world-class R&D center, which will look into all the process improvements required in making a grease. We're also tying up with global companies as to what could be the innovative packaging methodology. Is it just wrapping around a lube or a grease into a container, a tin, or a barrel? Or is it something which we can innovatively do so that the transportation can be most optimized while doing that? And how can we also reduce the cost of packaging? Being a private label, we do not have the space to really do any cost coming out of the marketing margins. So it has to be on a efficiency based. So how well am I looking at packaging? How well am I looking at my supply chain? And how well am I looking at my process efficiency? So all these three are combined. I wouldn't really say packaging alone, but our strength is in looking at new areas of development in the offer to the customers, whether it is in India or whether it is in Middle East. And today we are also catering to Africa in a big way. So the whole dynamics changes when we are exporting into Africa compared to what we export into, whether it is into Europe or into US. So the whole game of not only the product, but the packaging and the whole offer to the customer changes. First and foremost, to be very candid, any exhibitions we are going to participate, we are not looking at the money or the returns that comes from the exhibition immediately. But then why do we participate? One, Automechanika itself is a big name. It attracts the best of the crowds. It attracts big OEMs. It attracts all the oil manufacturing companies. And Dubai being the hub of all activities and geographical center, we see people coming from Europe, from US, from Africa, and of course from India and also the Far East. So the sort of people who come into Automechanika means business, They really want to look at what is new happening in the whole of Asia. So I think Dubai really represents a sort of a melting pot of all cultures, which we can say is more Asian. Everybody comes into it. So apart from looking at what do you call one geography, UAE is actually a melting pot of many geographies. And we precisely want to be in the action point there, where we have people coming. We are looking at markets of Africa, we are looking at Far East, and also we are reaching out into the US as well. So we feel this is an excellent spot where we get the eyesight or the what you call the eyeball time from our target customers. And it is not necessary, we are not into a brand selling in a big way. But what happens is we attract the attention of global customers, oil companies or OEMs. And they know, hey, if you think of grease, think of Siddharth. That's a simple slogan we want to tell the people. We want them to remember us as a technology hub for any development and grease in the world. And we want to be the supplier of first choice, whether it is grease or lubricants. So to make this impact in the mind, we want to get the mind share of the people, in short. So if we can do this, I think the purpose of participating in the Dubai Automechanika would be served. I would say two prominent products which I want to really say are my eyes and ears in this exhibition. One is the introduction of the non-lithium grease into the Middle East and African market. Now, it also means that I'm introducing sustainable, environment-friendly greases so that we save the Mother Earth. Am I looking at what I call a social responsibility in that? I say yes. So non-lithium greases is one of the major target what I want to tell. And I would say at the next level of the backing would be the environment friendly and the long life grease, because everybody wants efficiency. So these long life greases earlier was in the range of 100,000, 200,000. We have now stretched it to 500,000 kilometers range. So come have a look, and I'm sure you will get back to us to learn more about it. That's a very interesting question. I mean, I was trying to think about it and smile, because over a period of time, one of the questions which constantly comes to me when people ask, being in an oil industry at various levels, people ask, hey, what's your responsibility, social responsibility? Are you people polluting the place, or are you people more responsible? So I would say what would be a surprise to people in this exhibition would be to see quite a few companies, including us, and where we will be spearheading the campaign saying that we are a responsible organization which is showcasing environmentally friendly products, even in a product like grease. And I think when people come into Automechanika, they will also see people who are displaying a commitment in spite of hydrocarbons being what do you call not very friendly to the atmosphere, but it is inevitable. You need to use hydrocarbon as long as there are alternate methods of energy available. And of course, we will come to the world is going towards that. But how can we contribute to that? People will see the reality in the statement. I think that will be the surprise for people to realize in Automechanika. There are many companies which are coming in to display their commitment. While people may come with a cynicism, they'll go back with a surprise and a happy feeling. Here is a clutch of companies coming into facilitated by Automechanika, coming and showing what responsibility they can. And I'm sure everybody will be surprised and happy to see Siddharth and Trinity leading the game.